Hi boys and girls, this is your language arts e-learning lesson for Thursday, April the 9th. We're going to start by reviewing in grammar, past, present, and future tense verbs. So let's take a look at that please here at the board. Past, present, and future tense. So when we're looking at words in the past, verbs in the past, means it already happened. Present, means happening now, and future means it's going to happen. So if we take a look at verbs in the past, most times verbs in the past tense, you're going to need to add ed. Okay? Making them past, we're adding the ed. So we have examples: play, believe, and study. Hi, so we have play, believe, and study. So we want to make them past tense. We want to show that they already happened because play, believe, and study are currently in the present tense. Means we're doing it now. But we want to show past tense here. So play, if it already took place, if playing already took place, we can say, I played the game already. And what do? We're going to add that ed. I played it already. Believe. I believed it was going to happen. That's in the past. I believed. So in this case, remember, we're just going to add the D because it ends in an E. Now, remember how the rule tells us drop the final E and add ed, okay? In reality, you're simply adding a D. There's already an E, you're just adding the D. I believed it would happen. And the last example I have here is study. Now, study ends in a Y. Now, just like making a noun plural that ends in a Y, you follow the same rule when you're looking to write it in past tense. In this case, you have a verb, you want to write it in past tense, but we follow that same rule with the Y. It ends with the Y. The letter before the Y is not a vowel, it is a consonant, then that means we must change that Y to an I. Change that Y to an I, and then you add the ed. So with both nouns and verbs, if they end in Y, you're still following that same rule of changing Y to I. When it's a consonant letter before the Y, you change it to an I and you add your ending. If it's a vowel before the Y, then you would simply add your ed. For example, in the word played. Okay? Play ends in a Y, but the letter before it is a vowel, so we just add ed. In study, study ends in a Y, but the letter before the Y is not a vowel, it is a consonant, so we must change the Y to an I and then add ed. So just to recap here, for past tense, you're adding ed in most cases to show the past form of the word. Okay, adding that ed or changing Y to I and adding ed. Now, present tense means it's happening right now. With present tense verbs, again, you're just going to add your S or an ES. Okay, you have S or ES, or again, words that ends in Y where you may need to change the Y to an I and add ES. So let's look at some examples. I have get, push, try. Okay, get. I get the book. Okay, she gets the book. We need to add an S. So remember that present tense can be with or without that ending. Okay, I get it, she gets it. Okay, that's subject verb agreement. So here we're just simply adding an S. Now push. I push the cart, she pushes the cart. So now here for pushes, we need to add ES. Okay, why are we adding ES here? because just like with our nouns, making nouns plural, words ending in S, X, CH, SH, Z, we need to add ES to it. Okay? I push the cart, she pushes the cart. You're adding that ES. Okay? Then try. I try, she tries. What do we need to do? And once again, we have a verb ending in Y. We need to look at the letter before the Y. The letter before the Y is not a vowel, it is a consonant. What do we need to do? We need to change Y to an I, okay, and then add that ES, tries. Okay. So present tense, remember you can have it two ways, with or without the ending. Get, gets, push, pushes, try, tries. But you still need to follow those same rules for how the word ends. How does the verb end? Just like with nouns, making the nouns plural. If it ends in S, X, CH, SH, or Z, you add ES. Verbs, same thing, you add an ES. And then once again, verbs ending in Y, just like nouns ending in Y, if it's a consonant letter before it, you must change Y to I and add your ending. Okay, in this case, ES. Now, future tense really is nice and easy because all you need to remember that future tense is something that hasn't happened yet. It's not happening now, but it will happen. And remember that in future tense, you always are going to use will. And the other word you can use if you're not using will is shall. Okay? I will bring. Okay? I will bring your lunch to school. Okay? He shall, we can do the same thing, bring. Okay? He shall bring your lunch to school. Okay, remember that future tense, it will happen. If you always remind yourself future tense means will happen, then you'll remember that you need to use the word will. Another word that you can use instead of will is shall, but we use them the same way. Okay, so future tense, will bring, shall bring, will look, shall take. Okay, so let's just quickly recap this. We have past, present, future tense. Past, already happened. I already played the game. I believed it would happen. I studied for my test. Again, make sure you're looking at how these verbs end before you add your ed. Present tense means it's happening now. Present tense, though, we have the two forms because, again, it depends what our subject is. Okay? I get, she gets. I push, she pushes. I try, she tries. Okay, so you have the two forms that you can use, but remember when adding the endings, you always have to look at how the verb, how the root verb ends before you add your ending, because again, you have to apply those rules. And then future tense means it will happen. I will bring it. I shall look. Okay. He shall try. Okay. All right. So today, for your grammar portion of language arts, I need you to work on pages 130 and 131. Now, 130 and 131 in your textbook, you're only going to be working on 3 sections. Okay, there are 12 sections there. You're only working on 3 of those sections. Sections 5, 6, and 7. Section 5 is called present tense, and that's numbers 27 to 34. Section 6, past tense, that's numbers 35 to 41. And future tense, that's numbers 42 to 46. For each section, you simply need to write the correct answer. It is not necessary for you to write the sentences, just the correct answer. Okay, so that's sections 5, 6, and 7. It's past, present, and future tense verbs. Also today, you will need to work on wordly wise, lesson 11C and 11D. You're going to work on those two activities today, 11C and 11D. Spelling for today is your spelling test for lesson 25. Since there's no school tomorrow, you may take your spelling test today. And then fever, of course, you need to read chapter 12. And then don't forget that you should be spending some time reading your AR book as well. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to me and I'll talk to you later. Bye.